The Subaru Transponder key DAT17T13. Now, is that a mouthful or what? But hey, let's get into the details. All right, so when it comes to everything that you need to know about the Subaru high security, also known as laser key, DAT17T13, we're gonna run down all the information that you need to know. Of course, in the notes below, you'll be able to download the PDF. That's a quick sheet that goes over everything that we're talking about here to make it really quick and easy for you to reference when you need to. Now, something you'll find about this key is if you're familiar at all with the Subaru SUB4 PT, well, you're gonna see kind of some of the same mirrorings that Subaru has done when it comes to this high security version, essentially. Now, Subaru started using this key in right around 2008 and continued to use it until 2014. So now that's a decent amount of time, so it's not surprising that this is a fairly popular key. You know, something I want to bring up also is the onboard programming. So this key does not have onboard programming. So the only way that you're gonna be able to program a key is by using a key programmer. Of course, if you have the right cloning equipment, you could clone it. Now, the chip inside this key is exactly the same as the SUB4. It's the Texas Instruments 4D62 encrypted chip. Now, when it comes to the test key and replacement shell, I find it's best to use the same. And I like to use the JMA, which is the TP00SUB-2.P. Now, by using the same test key and chipless key, it really allows you, if you need to cut a test key, you can use it. If you mess up while cutting or duplicating a key, well, you can swap the chip, so it really kind of comes in handy, and for the price difference, I think it's pretty much worth it. Now, the code series that this key uses, which is always nice, right? When there's one code series that a key uses, because it really helps us understand what to expect. And the code series for this key is a T1 to T3000. Now let's talk about duplicating and or originating. Now, of course, if you have a automatic machine like the Triton Plus, well, it's always the best way to cut. But if you're going to manually have to duplicate a key, is what you need to kind of expect with this key would be the same as the Honda high security key, like the H001 or H003, one of those type of keys. And that's because this Subaru key is also a external 4-track key. So it's gonna cut very similarly to the Honda key. Now, when I talk about 4-track, external, what does all that mean? Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. So when it comes to a 4-track external, is what that means is that there are 2 tracks on both sides of the key. External means that they're on the outside, so if you were to kind of fill up the space where the key were to be cut with water, it's kind of leave a peninsula right there in the middle. Right now, a 4-track internal cut, that would be kind of like a little river of water would be able to float down the middle of the key. And now hopefully that gives you a little bit of visualization. That's kind of what I think of when I hear external, means water's gonna surround the key after it's been cut. It'll be like a little peninsula of where the key cuts are. Internal is kind of like a little river running through the key. Now, just like the SUB4, if you remember, has 2 different heads that are available. Same with this high security version of the key. So I really just say that to know that you can expect when you go to either order a key or when a customer hands you a key, there's kind of 2 different shapes that you can expect to see. All right, so there you have it. That's the info that you need to know about the DAT17T13. I tell you what, that's a complicated part number when you're saying it out loud like that. And I'd love to know what you think, or if you have any extra little tidbits or facts that we could add in the comments below. Hey, before you go, I want to make sure that you know to include the hashtag Lockboss when you comment on our videos, and you automatically get hooked up to win free stuff that we give away each and every week. Tune in live here on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and find out who the lucky winners are. I'm rooting for you. I'll see ya.